Episode 7. Her mind is a weapon. I wasn't born to comfort the pack. I was built to save it. The university lab was pristine. State-of-the-art equipment. Rows of chemicals organized by class. Fume hoods. Spectrometers. Everything I needed and more. The dean had handed me the keys himself at 7 a.m., asked no questions, and left. Nathan had made it happen overnight. "This is incredible," I said, already moving toward the chemical storage. "I can synthesize the antidote here. Maybe have something ready in 3 days if I work around the clock." "You're not working around the clock," Nathan said from the doorway. "You need sleep." "I'll sleep when the pack isn't falling apart." I started pulling chemicals off shelves, making a list, calculating quantities. Nathan came up behind me, gently took the notebook from my hands. "Alex, you can't help anyone if you burn out. Work today. I'll stay with you. But tonight you sleep. Actual sleep. In a bed." I wanted to argue, but the exhaustion was real. I'd barely slept in days. The bond ache, the pack stress, the constant problem solving. It was catching up. "Fine," I said. "But I'm starting now, and I'm working until at least midnight." "Deal." Nathan sat at one of the lab benches, pulled out his laptop. "I'll handle pack business from here. You do your science." We fell into a rhythm. I synthesized compounds, ran tests, checked results. Nathan fielded phone calls, responded to emails, checked in with Dr. Chen about the sick wolves. Every few hours he'd make me stop and eat, drink water, stretch. I wanted to be annoyed, but I was too focused to care. Around noon, I hit a breakthrough. The synthesis pathway worked. I had a small sample of the antidote, not enough to cure anyone yet, but enough to test. "Nathan," I said, "I need a blood sample from one of the sick wolves. Can you get Dr. Chen to draw one? Bring it here?" "On it." He made the call. 30 minutes later, Dr. Chen arrived with a vial of blood, looked around the lab with obvious appreciation. "Impressive setup. The alpha really came through for you." "He did," I said, not looking up from my work. Added a drop of my synthesized antidote to the blood sample. Watched under the microscope as the neurochemical markers slowly normalized. It was working. "It's working," I breathed. "The antidote is stabilizing the neurotransmitter levels." Nathan appeared at my shoulder. "So you can cure them?" "I think so, but I need to scale up production, make enough for 19 wolves. Maybe more if others get sick while I'm synthesizing." I ran the calculations. "Give me 2 days, 48 hours. I can have enough by then." Dr. Chen looked skeptical. "That's ambitious. Are you sure?" "I'm sure," I said flatly. "This is what I do. Chemistry, synthesis, problem solving. I don't fail at this." Nathan squeezed my shoulder, pride radiating through the bond. "Then we give you 2 days. Whatever you need." Dr. Chen left. I kept working. Nathan stayed. Watched me move through the lab with what I assumed was curiosity. I was too focused to analyze his expression properly. By 6 p.m., I'd made significant progress, scaled up the synthesis, started the reactions that would need to run overnight. "Now what?" Nathan asked. "Now we wait," I said. "The reactions need 12 hours. I'll come back first thing tomorrow to monitor them." "So we can leave?" "We can leave." Nathan drove us back to the pack house. The tension in the building had eased slightly. Word had spread that Luna Alex was developing a cure, that there was hope. Wolves nodded at me as we passed. Some even smiled. It felt strange, wrong. I hadn't done anything yet. The cure wasn't ready. "They believe in you," Nathan said, reading my expression somehow. That's already helping, giving them something to hold on to. What if I fail? You won't. You don't know that. I know you, he said. I've watched you work for hours. You don't give up. You don't quit. You find solutions. He led me upstairs to his quarters, a suite that was bigger than my entire LA apartment. Living room, kitchen, bedroom with a bed that could probably fit 5 people. This is your space too, now that you're here. I'm not staying, I said automatically. After I synthesize the cure, I'm going back to LA. Spring semester starts in 2 weeks. Nathan's expression tightened, but he didn't argue. Okay, but while you're here, this is your space. Use whatever you need. Sleep wherever you're comfortable. I looked at the couch, the bed, back at Nathan. Where are you sleeping? The bed. Unless you want it, then I'll take the couch. We could share, I said, then stopped. Sorry, that was too forward. The bond makes me say things. Alex. Nathan stepped closer. We're mates. Sharing a bed isn't too forward. It's natural. Normal. But we fought. Last night. You said you needed space. I said I needed space to think. I've thought. And what I thought was that I was an idiot for sending you away when all I wanted was you close. The bond hummed. Happy. Content. My wolf preened. I still didn't fully understand what I felt, but it was something warm. Something good. Okay, I said. We can share. But just sleeping. I'm too tired for anything else. Just sleeping, Nathan agreed. I'll order food. You shower. Then we eat and sleep. The shower was incredible. Hot water. Good pressure. I stood under it for 20 minutes, just feeling my muscles relax. When I emerged wearing borrowed sweatpants and a t-shirt from Nathan's closet, he had food spread out on the coffee table. Thai food. How did he know I liked Thai food? Cameron mentioned it, Nathan said, answering my unspoken question. That you always ordered pad thai when you visited home. We ate in comfortable silence. I was too hungry to talk, too tired to do anything but shovel noodles into my mouth. Nathan watched me with that expression again, the one I couldn't quite read. What? I said finally. Nothing. You're just different than I expected. Different how? I don't know. More you. Less worried about what I think. It's nice. He set down his food. Can I ask you something? Sure. How do you do it? Stay calm when everything is chaos? Most wolves would be overwhelmed by what's happening, but you just work through it. I considered the question. I don't feel overwhelmed. Or I do, but I can't identify it as overwhelmed, so I just keep working. My brain doesn't register emotional overload the way yours does. It just registers. Here's a problem. Solve it. You're alexithymia, Nathan said. It's not a flaw in this situation. It's an advantage. Maybe, I admitted. Normal people would be too stressed to think clearly, but stress doesn't affect my decision-making because I can't feel it properly. That's incredible, Nathan said. You're incredible. I looked down at my food, felt warmth in my chest. Pleasure? Pride? Thank you, I said quietly. We finished eating. Nathan insisted on cleaning up while I collapsed on the couch. My eyes were closing on their own, the exhaustion finally catching up. Come on, Nathan said gently. Bed. You need real sleep. I let him guide me to the bedroom. The bed was as comfortable as it looked. Soft, cool sheets. Nathan climbed in beside me, keeping a respectful distance. The bond settled, content with proximity. Nathan, I said into the darkness. Yeah? What you said earlier about my alexithymia being an advantage. No one's ever said that before. Everyone always treats it like something broken, something that needs fixing. It's not broken, Nathan said. It's just different. And different can be powerful. Your mind works in ways mine doesn't. You see patterns I miss. Stay calm when I panic. That's not weakness. That's strength. I rolled over to face him, could barely see his outline in the dark. I wish I could tell you how that makes me feel, but I can't identify it. That's okay, Nathan said. I'll help you learn. We can work on it together. When you feel something, anything, tell me the physical symptoms. We'll figure out what emotion matches. Like exposure therapy? More like translation. Your body knows what it's feeling. Your brain just doesn't have the right words, so we'll find the words together. Something in my chest expanded, warm and full and almost painful. What's that? I said. What's what? In my chest. It's warm, full, almost hurts, but in a good way. What is that? Nathan's hand found mine in the darkness. That's affection, maybe gratitude, maybe something deeper. Does it feel good? Yes, really good. Then don't worry about naming it. Just feel it. I squeezed his hand. Let the feeling wash over me. Tried to memorize what it felt like so I could recognize it later. Eventually I drifted off, the bond quiet and content. Nathan's breathing steady beside me. I woke at 5 a.m. Nathan was still asleep, one arm thrown over his eyes. I slipped out quietly, drove to the university lab. The overnight reactions had completed perfectly. I spent the day scaling up, running more syntheses, testing purity, making sure everything was exact. Nathan showed up around noon with coffee and sandwiches. You left early. Reactions were ready, I said, accepting the coffee gratefully. How are the sick wolves? 2 more collapsed overnight. We're up to 21. His voice was tight, stressed. I could hear it even if I couldn't see it on his face. Almost done, I said. By tonight, I'll have enough for all 21 plus a buffer in case more get sick. You're amazing, Nathan said. You know that? I'm thorough, I corrected. There's a difference. He laughed, actually laughed despite everything. Take a break, eat, talk to me. I wanted to keep working, but my hands were shaking from fatigue. Fine, break time. We sat at one of the lab benches, ate sandwiches. Nathan told me about pack business, border patrols being reorganized, families of sick wolves being supported, warriors working double shifts to maintain security. How are you holding up? I asked. Nathan shrugged. I'm managing. Having you here helps. Just knowing you're working on a solution. Knowing we're going to fix this. What if the antidote doesn't work? It will work. But if it doesn't, Alex. Nathan took my hand. It will work. Because you made it. Because you're brilliant and thorough and you don't fail at chemistry. Have faith in yourself. Faith isn't logical, I said. Faith is belief without evidence. Sometimes that's necessary, Nathan said, especially when logic can't account for everything. I didn't argue, went back to work. By 8 p.m., I had enough antidote for 25 wolves. Carefully measured doses in individual vials, labeled, organized, ready. We should test it, I said. On one wolf. Make sure it works before we dose everyone. Nathan called Dr. Chen, explained the situation. An hour later, we were in the medical wing with a sick wolf named Sarah, the same one I'd seen days ago, still thrashing and confused. Dr. Chen administered the antidote via IV while I monitored vitals. 20 minutes passed. Nothing. 30 minutes. Sarah's thrashing slowed slightly. 45 minutes. Her fever started dropping. By an hour, her eyes had cleared. Focused. She looked around, confused but coherent. "Where am I?" she asked. Her voice was hoarse, weak, but clear. "Pack House Medical Wing," Dr. Chen said gently. "You've been sick, but you're getting better now." Sarah closed her eyes. I couldn't think. Couldn't feel right. Everything was too much and not enough at the same time. "That's over now," I said. "The antidote is working. You'll be okay." She looked at me. Really looked at me. "You're Luna. You fixed me. I'm Alex. And yes, I synthesized an antidote to neutralize the neurotoxin." "Thank you," she whispered. Then, "Can you fix the others too?" "That's the plan." I looked at Nathan. He was staring at Sarah like she was a miracle, which maybe she was. The first wolf to recover. Proof the antidote worked. "Dose the rest," Nathan said. "Everyone. Now." Dr. Chen coordinated with his team. Over the next 2 hours, all 21 sick wolves received the antidote. I monitored each one, checked vitals, watched for adverse reactions. Nothing. The antidote worked perfectly. By midnight, 19 of the 21 were showing improvement. The other 2 needed another dose, but they were stabilizing. The pack house erupted in relief, wolves crying happy tears, hugging each other, thanking me. Awkward, overwhelming thanks that I didn't know how to accept. I just nodded and said, "You're welcome," and tried to escape to somewhere quiet. Nathan found me on the back porch, staring out at the dark woods. "You did it," he said. "You saved them." "I synthesized a compound," I corrected. "That's not the same as saving them." "It's exactly the same." He wrapped his arms around me from behind. The bond sang, happy, content, proud. "The pack adores you now," Nathan said. "You proved yourself. Showed them what a Luna can be. What you can be." "I'm not staying," I said. "I know you keep saying that. But spring semester starts soon and I need to finish." "I know," Nathan interrupted. "I know you need to finish school. And I'm not asking you to stay permanently. Not yet. But Alex, the pack needs you. Not just as Luna, as someone who can help them in ways no one else can." "What do you mean?" "More wolves will need help," Nathan said. "Emotional support, logical support, scientific support. You just proved you can provide that. Your way. With your skills." He turned me to face him. "Stay for the rest of winter break. Help the recovered wolves readjust. Help us find who did this. Then go back to school. We'll figure out the rest later." I looked up at him. His face was serious, hopeful, vulnerable in a way I'd never seen. "You really think I can help?" "I know you can," Nathan said. "You already have. You're the only one who stayed calm, who saw the pattern, who solved the problem. The pack needs that. I need that." The warmth in my chest was back. Stronger now. Fuller. "What is this feeling?" I asked. Nathan smiled. "Tell me what it feels like." "Warm. Full. Makes me want to stay close to you. Makes me want to help. Makes me feel important. Valued." "That's affection," Nathan said, "mixed with purpose. Maybe a bit of love, though you might not recognize it yet." Love. The word still felt foreign, but the feeling, the warmth, that was real. That was something. "Okay," I said. "I'll stay until break ends. Help where I can. But then I'm going back. Finishing school. No arguments." "No arguments," Nathan agreed. He kissed me, soft and warm and right. The bond hummed contentedly. When he pulled back, his eyes were serious. "But Alex." I think you're the only one who can help us figure out who's doing this. Your mind, your analytical, calm, brilliant mind. That's what's going to solve this. No pressure then, I said dryly. He laughed. Come on, let's go watch something mindless. You've been working for days. You need to relax. I don't know how to relax. I'll teach you, Nathan promised. We went back to his quarters. He put on some action movie. Lots of explosions. Minimal plot. Perfect. I didn't have to think. Just existed beside him on the couch, his arm around my shoulders. The Bond content. Halfway through, I realized I was comfortable. Actually comfortable. Not analyzing, not problem solving. Just present. Nathan? I think I'm relaxed. He squeezed my shoulder. Good. That's good. We watched another movie. Some comedy I didn't fully understand, but Nathan laughed, so I smiled. Around 2 a.m., I was falling asleep against his chest. He turned off the TV, carried me to bed. I should have been embarrassed, but I was too tired to care. Thank you, I mumbled into his shoulder. For what? For helping me. With feelings. With everything. That's what mates do, Nathan said. We help each other. He laid me down, climbed in beside me. Sleep. Tomorrow we figure out who's poisoning the pack. Tomorrow, I agreed. The last thought I had before sleep took me was that maybe, just maybe, I could do this. Be Luna. Help the pack. Love Nathan in whatever way my broken brain would allow. Maybe different wasn't wrong. Maybe different was exactly what the pack needed. Maybe I was exactly what Nathan needed. Different. Analytical. Calm. Maybe that was enough. I hoped it was enough, because I was starting to realize I didn't want to lose this. Lose him. Lose them. My pack. When had they become mine? I didn't know. But they had. And I was going to protect them. Even if it meant facing whatever enemy was trying to destroy them. Even if it meant finally accepting that I was Luna. Broken emotional processing and all. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Cute cure. Too bad you won't catch me. Who is it? And are they inside the pack house right now? Don't leave without subscribing. Episodes come out every day, and trust me, you'll want to stay for the next one.